welcome to the show. This is the pilot episode of whatever this is going to be. I'm not sure. Don't know how much time I'll have to invest in this, but I figure I got a little book and movie haul from this weekend that I could show off, and maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll show off some things in the collection. Not really sure yet, but I figure this is a good start. So I'll show off some things that I picked up this weekend at Half Price Books. First thing I grabbed was, I found quite a few of these 80s paperbacks. I call them paperbacks from hell now because of the book that came out has made these incredibly hard to find now. But occasionally you do run across some really cool paperbacks that have just these awesome horror covers that grab you, like the old VHS tapes did back in the 80s. This one's called Abomination by Michael C. Norton. And it has an awesome cover. And the description on the back's really cool. It's about the kids playing in the cemetery. It sounds like they awaken something. So it should be pretty cool. Second one I grabbed was one from Robert W. Walker. This is my second book of his. This one is called Brainwatch. And it's about a neurosurgeon who's probably tampering with things that he shouldn't be messing with. Another one I grabbed, just again based on this awesome cover, is The Book of the Dead. And it looks like the spine looks like an old book. And this is from John Tigges, the author of Vessel. And it's a leisure horror, which are usually pretty cool. I'm not familiar with the author or the book, just grabbed it based on the cover, so we'll see how that goes if I ever get around to it. Next thing I grabbed, I'd been wanting to grab something Poe related. I did not want to get the complete works of Poe because I'm never going to read all of those, and if you know me, I'm very... if I start something, I have to finish it. I can't stop, so I would end up having to read every single Poe thing, even poetry and the non-horror things that I'm really not that interested in. So I found this one. It's The Essential Tales and Poems of Edgar Allan Poe. And it has almost everything that I was looking for in it. It has The Facts in the Case of M. Valdemar, The Murders in the Rue Morgue, The Fall of the House of Usher, Telltale Heart, Black Cat, Premature Burial, Cask of Amontillado, Pit and the Pendulum, Mask of the Red Death. I think it has everything that I was looking for except for the oblong box, which is kind of a small sacrifice, I guess. And the last thing I picked up from Half Price Books, not only just into horror, I'm also really into comic books. This is a Marvel graphic novel from way back in 1990, and it's from Chuck Dixon, who I liked his run on Moon Knight in the 90s, and I was a big fan of Team 7, which was an Image comic also, around that time. But I don't know the story, but it's looks like Punisher in his Vietnam days, so it could be pretty cool. I'll probably knock this one out pretty fast, actually, compared to the other ones. And that's everything I bought from Half Price Books. I had a 10% off coupon, so all that cost me $21. So not too bad, considering a lot of those paperbacks are getting more and more hard to find and more rare and collectible. And then I went to Big Bad Walmart because apparently they're the only place that sells physical copies of movies anymore. Best Buy and Target have pretty much given up. I had a $25 gift card from my birthday, and I grabbed a couple of horror movies that I wanted to add to the collection. First thing I grabbed was Haunt, and this is a really, really underrated kind of a slasher movie. Of course, it takes place around Halloween, and it's about a haunted house. I don't want to really say anything else to give it away, other than then that you need to check it out. It didn't come out on Blu-ray. I think it's on Shudder if you want to watch it. But yeah, for some reason only DVD available. I also grabbed a couple of other Shudder releases. First thing I grabbed was The Color Out of Space, which is Richard Stanley's take on Lovecraft, and it's actually a really good movie. Visually, it's very interesting. Tommy Chong does a really good performance in it, and Nicolas Cage, of course, goes a little bit over the top, as he typically does. And I thought some of his performance and some of the comedy probably should have been cut out of this movie. If you've ever seen the 80s movie The Curse with Will Wheaton, it's the same story. It's based on the same H.P. Lovecraft story. And it's a really good companion piece. Both movies are really different, but really good. And the last thing I grabbed was VFW, which is the Veterans of Foreign Wars. And this is the latest Joe Begos movie. If you're not familiar with him, you should probably watch all his movies if you're into horror and splatter movies, because he is like the best thing going right now. This one has just a ridiculous all-star cast. You got Stephen Lang, William Sadler, Martin Coe, Fred Williamson, and it doesn't end there. It's like top to bottom stacked with awesome old character actors, and it's a really awesome take on, like, it's kind of like your Assault on Precinct 13 type film. What I call like a claustrophobic, stuck in one spot and people trying to get in type movie. Really cool movie, highly recommend it. And one last thing, I went and saw my buddy Lost Cunningham this weekend, and I'll put a link to his channel down in the comments section. But he got me as a gag gift, little, known to him that this is not really a gag gift in my opinion, Don Johnson, an unauthorized biography. I am into all things Miami Vice and 80s and Don Johnson, and this is actually a pretty cool find that I didn't know existed. So that's everything that I got this weekend. And like I said, not sure what this channel is going to be. Probably just showing off things that I purchase and maybe showing off things from the collection. Not really sure, but that is it for now. So until next time, stay afraid.